favorite cat show, a place where friends geek out over the nerdy things we love, sometimes with cats who have abandoned us.
Not this time, apparently.
I'm your host, Stephanie Katz. With us tonight, still just Zach.
Well, that real rousing endorsement for me. Apparently.
Apparently.
Now we've had some technical difficulties from the other gentlemen on the podcast. We've should have them back soon though. So we look forward to that for us, guys.
In theory.
We're missing them, so we'll have them back soon, hopefully, and we look forward to that then, though.
Anyway, we saw this movie called Argylle.
Yeah, we got a chance to go. I think we talked about it before. We sometimes go to those pre-screeners. Got a chance to go to the Argylle one. I had low expectations going in, and they were definitely exceeded. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sam Rockwell was amazing in it. Did a great job. It is funny because I guess Henry Cavill's really just an extended cameo almost. Kind of enjoyed that too, though, to be honest, because he is Henry Cavill. A little disappointed he did not cock his arms. He didn't do his signature move that he started doing in Mission Impossible 4, I believe it was. When he's beating the shit out of Tom Cruise in a bathroom, he like loads his arms up. It's the funniest fucking thing. He does it in pretty much everything he's been in now, and it's pretty funny. But he didn't use that move, and it made me a little sad. But really solid movie. Weirdly, I'm now excited for more people to see this and do the research that honestly I just don't have the time to do. But it is connected to the Kingsman universe. Mm-hmm. And I need to understand exactly how that is. And I'm assuming it's going to be more explained in some future to come movie, some movie that's going to be on the docket somewhere down the line. But I'm sure somebody has done some research into it already and can tell me a little bit more about how it exactly fits into this timeline and in this world. But it definitely does, and it's kind of interesting. Especially because Samuel L. Jackson plays a character in this movie that is not the evil megalomaniacal bad guy that he plays in the original Kingsman movie. So, weird shared universe there.
Maybe there's no relation.
Like I said, I'm sure there's not. But weird to see.
Reincarnation. Weird
to see the same guy playing two different things if it is in the same universe.
It lost me when I thought the cat died. And then I spent a very large portion of time being very angry at this movie.
And then they brought the cat back.
Which made it real hard to, like...
engage with the story because you're so mad about the cat?
Yeah. Why would they do that to me? And then by the time they brought the cat back, I was already mad. The cat, he doesn't play a really big part, but I mean,
he plays an enormous part. This cat is all over this screen for the first 75% of this movie, then disappears, and you're pretty sure the cat is not in good shape. And then they bring him back, and then they fuck with the cat again, and it's great.
No,
Well, by the time they fucked with the cat again, you knew it was, I don't know, there's a couple of good twists and turns. This one's good. I don't want to... I know it's still real new, so I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a couple of good twists and turns. It's a solid spy thriller. It's but with some great humor. I mean, it is the guy that did Kingsman. He's got a great visual style. Knows how to make sure that there's some good humor in the movie as well. It was pretty solid, and Dallas Bryce Howard was pretty good. Did not like her as a blonde though. Freaked me out. Because I don't even think she's naturally redheaded, but she just makes sense as a redhead. I guess no, she probably is.
Her father is
Ron Howard.
Howard.
I'm like, wait a second. No, I guess she is redheaded, isn't she? No, the one that's not redheaded, but definitely should be a redheaded is Emma Stone. Mm. She's actually blonde.
I see.
But she's had red hair, and it matches her well. I think it matches her personality. But yeah, no, Bryce Dallas Howard as a blonde was disconcerting. Threw me off somehow.
I think that was the idea.
Oh, I know it's a disguise and all that stuff like that, but it was weird. And I don't like to shame, but she actually looked fatter as a blonde than she did as a redhead.
I think that was just the outfit.
Was that the outfit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as flattering as I thought it was supposed to be. Because she's supposed to be the sexy femme fatale when she puts on that outfit, and it didn't flatter her in the ways that the other actress that wore the same outfit earlier in the movie wore it. Hey, buddy. Now we got a cat.
Duke Duke! Duke Duke, what did you think of the movie you didn't watch?
He said he'd watch it on streaming.
Oh, okay.
He'd wait for it.
I
don't know. Catherine O'Hara was great. It's got Bryan Cranston in it too, who is I just love him as an actor. Who was the other guy that was in it? That there was somebody else in there. I don't know, but no, solid casting, good, funny stuff. I liked it. I'd give it 7 cats because it brings its own.
It only got a 6 from me.
6 cats?
Yeah, because the cat thing really made me mad.
They did some good CGI with the cat, though. And the non-CGI scenes, this is obviously a well-trained cat.
Mad. I liked his little backpack, though.
I do want one of those backpacks. He had the fancy backpack with the, I don't know, I think more common with little Japanese girls having them with their cats, but they got the little backpack with the viewing window at the back for the kitty cat, and it's quite funny. What was the cat's name again?
Alfie.
Alfie the cat, yes.
He was a... Ow.
Thank
was
you.
My eardrum. He was a Scottish fold, I believe.
He is cute. He had goofy ears. We don't have any Scottish cats. We have only, well, not only American short hairs, but does anybody even really know what breed cats are? No.
Duke is orange.
That's not a breed, that's a color.
Agree to disagree.
Every kind of cat comes in every kind of color, pretty much.
Do they, though?
Pretty much. You ever seen an orange Maine Coon? They're fucking majestic as fuck. Still have no brain cells, but majestic as hell.
Russian blues only come in blue.
Yeah, but Russian cats come in different colors.
It's the only Russian cat is the Russian blue.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
You're not sure either.
No idea. I'm not going to look it up. Don't care, because who really gives a crap about cat breeds? Is it a cat? Does he eat plastic?
What are you doing to this poor boy?
Scruffing him.
He asked for none of it.
He liked it.
He just wants to hang out.
No, he wants to knock my microphone over and be a pain in the ass. What have we got next? So go watch Argylle if you haven't seen it yet. I actually think you don't need to wait for streaming. I even watched it in the worst seat I've ever had in any movie theater ever. I was in the farthest corner seat all the way in the back.
The sound was all fucked up.
Oh, it was. I don't know if that was just because we were in the corner. I feel like it was the thing.
Because we were in the corner. Because the sound is thrown off.
It was so weird. The sound was odd. The dialogue felt weird and tinny the whole time. And I still loved the shit out of this movie. I thought it was great. I think you should go see it. And if you got the money,
wait for streaming.
If you got the money, I think you could pay for it and not be upset. Make a good date night movie. Solid date night movie. It's romantic. It's funny.
Sure.
At the end, everybody gets laid.
You don't know that.
Oh, they definitely got laid.
You don't know anything.
Oh, they all got laid.
No.
Though I will say, stay for the end credit scene.
If you care about the Kingsman reference.
Yes, and so there's an end credit scene, and then the actual, I guess, the final scene of the movie. Definitely do not leave before the credits roll. The final scene of the movie made me laugh my ass off, but I want to leave that to you. You guys should watch it, and I think it was good. It was real good. What do you got?
So, bunch of Taylor Swift news.
Bunch of Taylor Swift news.
First of all, she is now the only person to have won 4 Grammys for Album of the Year, beating out Frank Sinatra and some other people
Michael Jackson, probably.
names just blanked out of my head.
Wow. Solid, thorough research. Appreciate it.
Anytime. And since this was her 13th Grammy?
Is it?
It was 13. See, I didn't actually watch. This is all
hearsay.
Secondhand. I partially watched her thing, but basically, she said something about it being her like 13th Grammy or her 13th appearance or something with 13. And if you didn't know, her lucky number is 13. So at that time, she announced her brand new album.
Won't it be her 13th album too?
No, it'll be her 11th album.
She's gonna have to go hard for her 13th album.
Coming out April 19th, the Tortured Poets Department.
I think we're gonna hear her emo shit. I think it's gonna be her emo era.
Oh, he was purring. You tried to get the purrs.
Oh, I'm aware. He was also trying to knock the microphone over again.
He's excited too. Yes, purr into the microphone. Do it, Duke.
Subtle.
Anyway. So yeah, I'm really excited. I don't think this is gonna be as emo. I think it's gonna be quite edgy, actually.
Isn't that what I said?
He agrees. No. Emo and edgy are two different things.
Emo's pretty edgy.
So yeah.
What do you mean by edgy? I guess explain that to me. What this vibe you're thinking? What do you mean by it's gonna be edgy?
I don't know. I mean, the cover is her basically like in lingerie doing like a boudoir type thing.
It's pretty racy. I'll give it that.
So it gives me.
What's your speculation? Who's this one about?
I don't know. She's been working on it for 2 years, so I imagine probably a lot of Joe and some other stuff.
All right. What other Taylor Swift news do we got? You said a lot of Taylor Swift news.
Now you've made it mad. And then Taylor Swift has finally made a math problem that kids care about. The plane leaves Tokyo at 11:30 p.m. on February 10th. What time will it reach Las Vegas?
The answer is she can make it in time for the Super Bowl and to have a good night's sleep beforehand. So with a 12-hour flight and a 17-hour time difference, she can more than make it. So she's probably going to be there, and it's probably going to piss a bunch of people off because they don't want to watch her at the Super Bowl. But that's whatever.
I like the meme. It was like football fans getting mad during a 3-hour game for 24 seconds of Taylor.
Well, because the problem is there's only actual 7 minutes of actual play in that 3 hours of time period that you're watching the football game. So yeah, I'd be a little upset that there's not more play too.
Yeah, but it's no different than any other time they cut away to the crowd.
Oh, no, 100%. Well, I guess they do a little bit more production quality. A lot of times the production staff will throw some of her music on in the background as long as they have the rights to it. I don't know. Speaking of Taylor Swift and the Super Bowl, then, funnily enough, I don't do a lot of sports betting because I think it's dumb. But one of the things I will bet on in sports, and only because it's even more dumb than regular sports betting, are prop bets, and especially at the Super Bowl. Normally you get ones like who's going to score the first touchdown, or how many touchdowns is one player going to score, or the really dumb ones like the over-under on how long the national anthem is going to last. But there is one sports book out there that has 89 different prop bets based on Taylor Swift and the Super Bowl. The reasoning for 89, of course, she's born in 1989. She got the album 1989, all that stuff like that. But because she's the biggest in her arena, they decided they had to go hard in their arena to give the most options of any sports book for prop bets for the Super Bowl. They run the gambit from whether you'll see her with a hot dog in the stands to whether Travis Kelce will propose to her after the game is over. They're only giving 6-1 odds on that too, which sounds like they think it's going to happen.
Just let them live.
I know, but I think it's fun. I kind of love with the influx of not your non-standard football fans. This is probably going to end up being one of the most watched Super Bowls of all time. And I think it's kind of a fun way to get some of those people who aren't necessarily super interested in the actual gameplay, interested in the game and paying attention to more than just the commercials. So could be fun.
I kind of wish I'd saved the video, but there's like a great video of the dad who's like, I'm not really into Taylor Swift. I don't really personally enjoy her music, but she's brought me and my daughter closer together because now his daughter watches football with him.
Yeah, it's sweet as hell.
He asks her like a bunch of football questions, like what is a shotgun formation? Where does the tight end line up? How many downs are there? How many yards does it take to get a down?
Yeah,
and she knew all the answers.
Yeah, because she, at least through osmosis, you're gonna learn some stuff. So that's one of the things that, and you know what? I know the NFL is doing that because they want some of that engagement from those people to buy in and watch the game. It means that dad doesn't get in trouble for sitting on the couch all Sunday because everybody's sitting there watching the football game with him. So it's good for the NFL. It's good for families. I like it. I think it's fun. And who really cares if she's on screen for 27 seconds out of 3 hours? It's
dads, Brads, and Chads.
I love dads, though.
Some dads.
I got a great friend named Brad. Never met a Chad I liked, though. I can agree with that. Never met a Chad I liked. Never met Chadwick Boseman, but he never went by Chad, so he was not a Chad Boseman, but he seemed like a cool dude. He was a Chadwick, for sure. I think I could fuck with a Chadwick, but a Chad, just a straight Chad, I don't know. I don't know.
So yeah, so there's that. And then Carl Weathers and Toby Keith just died.
Well, they come in threes, is what they say. So on the lookout for number 3 there. But the Carl Weathers one is really sad. Actually, Sylvester Stallone did a really wonderful tribute to his former Rocky co-star there. That one was rough to watch. Sly tears up and is very emotional. You can tell that they obviously had a really good working relationship and what seemed like a good friendship outside of the work as well. Carl Weathers is a staple in so many different things. Hell, Happy Gilmore would not have been the same without him. And it'll be interesting to see how that affects the Mandalorian going forward too. He was great as Grief Karga. He played smarmy and smooth, almost as good as Billy D. Williams, baby.
Yeah. And then Toby Keith, he died of stomach cancer, and I Googled some pictures of him, and he was going through it.
Yeah, stomach cancer is an awful one. It'll miss it. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That does sound. It's crazy to me. It came out of left field. I didn't even know he had gotten a diagnosis or anything like that. It sounds like he had been pretty quiet with it. Seems like he had pulled the Jimmy Buffett school that he was just going to spend his time with his family and do everything like that. Still seemed really young, 62, I think, something like that, which also seems older than I think Toby Keith should be. But it is, I mean, it's right, but it's still too young. Actually, I guess we had the radio on in the at work today, and they were playing lots of Toby Keith songs. He's got some bangers out there. He's also got some probably could have left in the bag, but
he was really good friends with Willie Nelson. I'm sure Willie was keeping him pain-free.
Medicated. Jesus.
What? That's good for that.
Especially with stomach cancer. I know you got no appetite, but now you probably couldn't eat either. There's probably all sorts of stuff. That's awful. I hate to see anybody go like that. And I think Carl Weathers was, I'm assuming, heart-related. I didn't actually see anything on what actual cause of death for Carl Weathers, which is sad.
Let's find out.
I was mostly just sad to hear that news.
I believe it was a heart attack, but hold on.
Statistically, as a African American man of that age. That's most likely what happened.
Do, 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 do. Mm. This is not helpful.
How bad are you at Googling?
Apparently very dead.
Very dead?
They haven't revealed it. They just say he went peacefully in his sleep. That's why we don't know.
Well, see, there you go.
So.
There you go.
Anyway. Let's bring it back up and talk about the Universal Park expansion that just got announced.
All right, what's the official one on this one? Because they announced they've announced like that there's going to be one, and they're thinking about doing it, and they bought some land to do it. Is this like official? Like this is what it's gonna be? This is when it's gonna be? What is this announcement for me here?
So they have revealed what the land is gonna be broken up to.
Okay.
And it's gonna
So what's it called? I guess first, do they have a name for it?
Epic Universe.
Okay, so they'll have Universal Studios, then the Islands of Adventure, and then the Epic Universe.
And this is supposed to be open and operational between 2025 and 2026.
That's pretty quick. That feels like.
And the worlds are going to be Celestial Park. Excuse me.
Celestial Park.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic.
Okay, so they're expanding Harry Potter. That makes sense.
Super Nintendo World.
Sweet.
Dark Universe, and How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
So the Dark Universe, I'm assuming that's their monster stuff, isn't it?
So Celestial Park is going to be a lush park filled with beautiful gardens, stunning water features, and relaxing paths for guests to stroll along.
So it's just a garden. Okay.
It's supposed to kind of be like the entrance, like the portal you have to go through
to get from the Islands of Adventure or the Universal Studios regular park.
Yeah.
Because Islands of Adventure now has that their Atlantis part is still kind of the entrance now, but it's not really even part of any other world anymore, really.
Yeah, so the quote is, a central and immersive feature of the park will be the interactive wet play area, Astronomica, a collection of crystal blue fountains that spring to life around guests. The attraction doubles as a giant compass pointing park attendees to the various lands of Epic Universe. Additional fountain shows, some reaching up to 135 feet in the air and programmed to sway to music and interactive lighting day round, will be located throughout the land's 7 acres of water. Excuse me, sir.
I've heard year round, but never day round.
Hello.
Is that like a weird way of saying 24 hours?
Oh, and it will feature a dual racing roller coaster reminiscent of the old Dueling Dragons attraction.
That was dope. So I have no problem with them bringing something like that back. That was a cool ride.
Starfall racers will rocket guests along 5,000 feet of track as they race comets. The coaster will reach heights of more than 130 feet and speeds of 62 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
The ride will also feature what Universal is calling Celestial Spin. Each ride vehicle will crisscross over each other as guests are flipped upside down. And then they have
that sounds kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy vehicle.
I don't think it
style.
I think, I don't know. There's some picture of the construction going on, and the track looks pretty crazy.
I don't know if that Velocicoaster is any indication. This seems similar to that. They're definitely leaning into the thrill side of things at Universal. They are.
Well, it's always been marketing as like
the thrilling version of Disney. Yes.
Yeah. And then, so Super Nintendo World has already opened at Universal Hollywood. And And the land's highlight is a brand new attraction that takes guests inside Bowser's castle and lets them race like they are in Mario Kart.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
The Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe will feature not only that Mario Kart attraction, but also a Donkey Kong themed roller coaster. Guests will also be able to meet some of their favorite Nintendo characters, including Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. And it looks like this Mario Kart ride kind of it looks like you're sitting in a big cart. And then they have a headset on, so I'm assuming it's part virtual reality. And then I guess it takes you on some sort of track. I don't know how I feel about that. Virtual reality already makes me not feel good.
I'd have to see what the ride experience was like. We'd have to watch the video.
Yeah. And then, so the third Harry Potter area, like I said, is going to be the Ministry of Magic. But this is going to be more in the 1920s aesthetic, featured in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Interesting.
And it's quoted as it's going... Okay, so it's only given us... this particular article is only given information on those 3 worlds. But I believe Dark Universe is supposed to be their monster land, like the classic monsters.
Like the mummies and Dracula.
Then How to Train Your Dragons, obviously. How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, Island of Berk could be fun.
And then this is being quoted, the Epic Universe park is quoted as being the most technologically advanced theme park they've ever done.
Oh, well, they better be using all the technology available to them right now. They got to push. They're going to compete. The only question now is, how much more expensive is that shit going to be? I guess now they'll have 3 parks. You'll have to buy you're not going to be able to do it in one day anymore.
You can still do it in one day.
That sounds difficult.
No, because it would be hella expensive, but I mean, essentially you do a 1-day park hopper. You go to Universal Studios because it usually opens earlier. You pop on the 2 or 3 rides that you enjoy there. Then you take the Harry Potter train over to Islands of Adventure. You ride the 2 or 3 rides over there, and then you can pop into the last world.
I don't know. There's so many good rides over at Islands of Adventure, though.
The Hulk, Velocicoaster, Hagrid.
Jurassic Park ride.
The Velocicoaster.
No, the other one. The water one. That is
closed indefinitely.
What? When did they do that? That makes me sad.
A while ago. They're probably refurbishing it.
Well, that's a good ride. I like that one.
But, I mean, still, I think you could... If you plan it right, you could do it all.
Hagrid's Hogwarts Castle. You don't like the Hogwarts Castle, though, because the spiders scare you.
I mean, I still like the ride. But, I mean, Spider-Man's cool, but I feel like, okay, once you've done it, you've done it. Yeah, you can skip King Kong. I've done that a couple times already, and it gets less exciting every time.
I like the original King Kong ride. They had at Universal Studios better anyway.
So.
But that'll be interesting. Again, I will say the timeline on that is a lot shorter than I expected it to be.
They've been planning this since 2019.
Oh, I know, but I don't think they only broke ground not that long ago. So, yeah, like I said, that's a pretty quick turnaround. The fountain thing seems cool. 130 fucking feet in the air. What are they trying to do, their own Phantasmic?
It'd be more like the World
What's
of
the
Color.
One? Yeah, the World of Color, whatever. The one at what used to be California Adventure.
Still California
Adventure. Is it still California Adventure? I thought they changed the name.
No. Anyway, let's do some community.
Some community? Who have we got?
So, Jay Gilmer at 42 has some stuff for us.
What we got?
Hey guys, regarding the Cat Williams interview, notice how no one in Hollywood is calling him a liar?
That is very, that's a very telling thing, yeah. Nobody's debunked any of that.
Or maybe they're just like, man, he's crazy, let's just not engage.
Probably also a good plan to not engage with that, but she's right. There hasn't been very many people coming out and saying, "No, that's not true." I don't know.
Disney Plus and Hulu got married. To me, it seems like anything can become a series now. How would you fix these streaming lines if you were in charge?
The real problem is, I mean, I guess they always had the bundle with Disney and Hulu for a while, but now they're like fully merged. And honestly, and now apparently ESPN isn't even included in that bundle anymore, which is weird. But the problem is they're reinventing cable. And we already went away from that because it wasn't a good system and everybody felt like they were getting screwed by it. And then we're all getting screwed by the streamers. And really there's not any way to fix it because they all want to make their money. The only way that you could actually fix it was to force everyone to put it all under one thing, and that is not how the free market and capitalism works. So the only thing we can really do is is as individual people, you have to start cutting back on them. And if they start losing money on stuff, maybe they start sharing rights around again, and we get back to like the golden age of Netflix where everything was available on it. But at that point, they'll also figure out that they can charge you a fuck ton more money for it. Because they know that people will pay for 4 or 5 3, 4 or 5 streaming services to get all the stuff they want. And if they know that you'll spend that much on each one of them, how much more does it make it if they're all on one? So there's really no.
I mean, I think we maxed it out though. And currently, even with paying for as many as we do, it still ended up being cheaper than paying for cable.
It is still cheaper, but it is a lot less convenient as well. The one nice thing about cable was it did all come on one bill. And you knew what it was going to be every month. And with a lot of these streamers, they even though you signed a quote-unquote contract, they can adjust their prices anytime they want, and that price never gets adjusted down.
It's included in the fine print of the terms and conditions.
Oh, I know. Like I said, that price never gets adjusted in our favor. It only goes up. But right now, we're in a pretty good spot as far as I think streaming goes. If it gets any worse than this, we're going to be in a rough spot, and it's going to really start pissing some people off. The biggest thing for me is one of the better ones out there as far as value for the longest time was Amazon. But now, honestly, the more and more I look at it, the less and less I want to pay for Amazon. The Prime shipping really isn't worth it anymore. They don't really give you deals anymore. Your one-day shipping never actually is one-day shipping because it gets delayed and does all sorts of crazy stuff like that. And I'll see their original content is not as good as a lot of the other platforms.
There's 4 different shows I watch that are exclusive to Amazon that I think are good.
Like what ones?
Carnival Row.
Don't know what that is.
It's kind of takes place in like the 30s, 40s ish kind of time period, and it like humans and mythological creatures kind of live together, but it's like a real good what was the word I was going to think of? Dichotomy between like racism, because like the humans all think that they call the mythologicals critch, which is like
short for creature,
and it's like supposed to be derogatory.
Oh, I'm assuming it's the new N word.
And right now I'm right now in the show. All the mythological, all the critch are in like basically a concentration camp.
Fun. Anyway, so that's a good show. What else you got on there?
Paper Girls is
Don't
really
know the
interesting. It's about these 4 girls that deliver newspapers, and they end up in this whole weird time travel situation. And it's what I can't really. It's like trying to explain Doctor Who. It's like just something you have to watch to really get it.
Okay, what else?
That Peripheral show that we've been watching.
We do need to finish that one. That one's
pretty interesting.
Intriguing, yes.
Rings of Power.
Was okay.
I'm really enjoying. Well, I really enjoyed it. Wheel of Time.
Was okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but has not done well with its expected audience base.
Well, I mean, if their expected audience place were the people that read the books, my mom said that she won't watch the show because she's mad at the author. Is the whole thing.
Oh, I know.
And then
I guess we've watched that Mythic Quest one on there, but
that's Apple TV.
Well, that's Apple. Never mind then.
I think there's one more that I've been watching too. I think there. I can't remember.
Ever since Batman the Animated Series moved to HBO Max, so that's why I haven't really watched any streaming on Amazon.
But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of shows that I have on there.
Well, have we gotten rid of it yet? No, I paid way too much for Amazon Prime, and that price keeps going up too.
I think we now that football's winding down, we've been good about spreading our love to each service.
Thanks to Paramount Plus, we can watch the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, because we don't get.
Sorry, the big game.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to use the S word because it's trademarked by the NFL. Super Bowl. What are you, Beetlejuice now? Beetlejuice sequel coming too though.
Beetlejuice.
We just said it 3 times. Now we gotta watch out.
No, they're literally calling it Beetlejuice.
And that's the joke. Is that sequel is now if you said both the movies together, you would get Beetlejuice to show up. No, they didn't. They did an animated cartoon, an animated series for a little while. Never had another movie. It's gonna have Michael Keaton in it though, so
that's true.
I'm on board. And what's her name? Winona.
Yes. It's like supposed to follow her daughter, I guess.
Could be fun. Could be interesting.
Could be. Could be a
Could
thing.
be awful as hell, but only time will tell.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's still great. He was the best part of that Flash movie.
Yes.
100%, hands down, the best part of that Flash
you
movie.
said Flash movie, and I went Flashdance. What?
He was not in Flashdance. No.
It's okay. Oh, and just on a random offshoot, there's a new trailer out for Ghostbusters: The Frozen Empire, so you should go check that out.
It's pretty solid. It looks. I like the first one. I'll be interested to see what happens with this one.
Yeah.
Or I guess the third one, technically.
Fourth one. This will be the fourth one.
No, I said I liked the first one, which was technically the third one.
Yes. Anyway. I guess that's going to take us to extra bits.
Extra bits. Oh, my bit first?
Yeah.
Actually, I guess it's about a movie I'm actually excited for, and I am excited, I guess, for the sneak peek during the Super Bowl. If the new film with Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski, the imaginary friend one, which seems intriguing just in the first place. It seems like it'll be a fun movie. But they were going to quote unquote release the sneak peek, but instead they did a sneak peek of the sneak peek with a little behind the scenes thing, and they referenced one of my favorite jokes from The Office and Asian Jim. There was a great I don't know, I think everybody knows it, the one where Randall Park comes in and pretends to be John Krasinski's character in The Office and confuses Dwight into thinking that Jim's always been Asian and that Dwight just didn't know or didn't notice. It's really solid. I always love the joke. And so, yeah, Randall Park comes in and pretends to be John Krasinski in the behind the scenes, and they even edit a bunch of the actual behind the scenes footage to have Randall Park in it instead of John Krasinski, and it's pretty fucking funny.
Emily Blunt, Wikipedia.
You could have Wikipedia'd that. And Ryan Reynolds plays it perfectly. You're not John Krasinski. It's great. I think Stephanie will throw the link on there. funny article about it, and then it's got the link to the video in there. It was goofy. If you're a fan of The Office or if you're a fan of Ryan Reynolds, I think you'll enjoy it. I'm also just a fan of Randall Park now. He's done some great, amazing things. I wish all the best for that dude.
Mr. Kitty says hello.
What you got now? What's your bit?
So this is
Stop looking at the camera. You're breaking the fourth wall.
Interesting. So this is an article that it doesn't do too much of a deep dive, but I'm sure if you Google it, you'll probably find more information. But basically, out in the Mediterranean, they found the Egyptian city of Thonis, which has been submerged underwater for a hot minute. And because it's been submerged underwater, it's actually pretty well preserved. So they're kind of in the process of documenting. It's kind of hard to excavate because it's underwater, but it's pretty cool. And then, like, with the technology that we have now, like, they can do a lot more mapping and stuff. So just a really cool, interesting thing. So there's that.
Was it built by aliens, though?
Maybe, I don't know. So the 8-Bits Cat Show, we kind of, with everything going on, we've kind of decided that we'll probably be doing more of an every other week thing than a weekly thing. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button on YouTube or your favorite podcast blasting form, so you'll always be able to get the new episodes when they come out. Zachary, where can the people find us?
I don't know, but I don't know if there was a Freudian slip there. I loved Podcat Plasting Form. Made me laugh. I'm sorry. Podcat Plasting Form. We're on all the Podcat Plasting Forms of your choice. We got Spotify. We got Apple Podcasts. We got Audible. I think we're on all of them, aren't we? And then we're here on YouTube if you want to look at our goofy looking faces and maybe catch a glimpse of some of our dumb kitties running around here. So I don't know. Until next time, what do you got?
Geek out, be fabulous, have fun.
Alrighty, y'all.
Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty. All I want, one follow. That's it. Just one, okay? No, hey. It's okay. Just a follow. That's all I'm asking for. You just follow us on Patreon. You can listen to us on Audible. No, hey. Oh, damn it. Oh, hi, Mr. Kitty. So you came back? Oh, thank you for the follow. I definitely appreciate it. Now you're going to get all the specials. That's what you're going to get. Yes, you are. Okay, bye.